Welcome back to the channel, Bridging the Gap Student to Engineer, where STEM professionals provide advice to students. The video today is a school deep dive into Iowa State University of Science and Technology, more commonly known as Iowa State University or Iowa State. This is a public school in Ames, Iowa, and while they don't have very much data at all, we will go through what data that we have found and let you know what we think about what we did see. Iowa State has very little information available to us. We'll go over it pretty quickly. This will be a really short video. If you are aware of anywhere where more information is available, please provide that in the comments because I have not been able to find very much at all. So let's just look at what they have for their post-graduation career outcomes page. This is through the Iowa State University Career Services website. I will just scroll down here. You can get some outcome reports, which I will go to in a minute. You can also get information about income and student debt by specific majors. So this one right now is just electronics and communication engineering. And then you can look at the different cohorts. That's mostly focused on debt and how much students are paying towards their debt. And also there is some information about income, although you've got to go back pretty far to get the 5-year and 10-year numbers. So if that's interesting to you, I will provide the link in the video. But what I'm going to do now is go to this 2022-2023 post-grad career statistics report. This is by school. They do not drill down into major. But essentially what they're giving us is the data by school. So this is engineering at the bottom here. I know this is very hard to read. I don't really expect you to read it, but I will provide the link here. So if you want to go through that. They've broken it down by in-state, out-of-state, and international students, and then everyone together. And then the columns here are the number of grads, how many responses they got, which ones or how many that didn't have information available for, how many of those students who responded were still looking for work, and how many of those who responded are not looking for work, not employed, and not seeking further education. So those are all 0, which is not surprising. This center section is for employment, and then future education is green. So the employment is what is most interesting to me typically, and I will just focus on the subtotal, not looking at in-state and out-of-state and international separately. But it looks like 86.6% of the respondents said that they were employed or going to work, and 9.6 said they were furthering their education. And so for a positive outcome rate of 96.2%, that is a really good number. We usually like to see things in the 90s, so to be in the upper 90s is really positive. This is, again, for the 2022-2023 school year. And we'll show you in a minute a little bit more updated numbers for the 24 school year. But one thing is that the percent of students that are going to grad school is really low. It's under 10%, so we've got 9.6% of students going to grad school. And if you look at the percent of international students that are going to grad school is much higher. It's 30%, and the ones for out of state and in-state are much lower. So that's just overall a very, very low number. Typically, we see these in the 20s. Usually, I think of anything over 30% as being a lot, and anything under 20 to be significantly lower. So just something to be aware of if you are interested in Iowa State and going to grad school. There are not going to be a whole lot of other people who are following the same path as you. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but there won't be a lot of people doing the same thing as you. So that's all the information really we can glean from this report. What I'm going to do is go over to the College of Engineering Career Services website, and this one I've just scrolled way down to the bottom. I'll provide the link if you want to look at more things, but they just provide this splash of high-level data. The average starting salary for bachelor degree graduates from the College of Engineering in the 2023-2024 year is about 77,000. That's on par with everything else we've seen. Given where Iowa State is and our lack of information about where these grads are going, I think that's a fine, healthy number. Nothing out of the ordinary on the top or the bottom on that. And then 94% positive career outcomes is a little bit lower than in the last report. So their 23, 24 year grads were slightly less likely to get a job within 6 months of graduation or be in grad school than they were the previous year. Nothing too alarming. That's still in the 90s and still so good. Okay, so that is the information that we could find about Iowa State University engineering. Again, if you do know of any other places we can get data, that would be great. Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, check out the other videos we have on other schools, and we will see you on the next one.